Welcome to Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, Missouri. This is our home park. We've realized that we haven't actually done a vlog from here. This is the park that these kids have grown up going to, besides Blake also having Silver Dollar City when he was younger. But this has been the park where these kids have learned to love roller coasters. Even though we've only got a smaller selection here, it's still our home park and we love it. So this is a Sunday in the beginning of August, and it's looking actually like it might be pretty busy. The parking lot was pretty full. A little bit of a line at security, but hopefully it'll still be a good day. This park seems to handle crowds fairly well. Here is the new entryway at Worlds of Fun. It was new a few years ago, and honestly, it's probably one of the best entries in of the parks we've been to. Kind of reminds me a little bit of what they did with Carowinds, and it's way better than some of the other ones that we've seen. With a great entry like this, the park hasn't had a lot of new coasters or rides in a while, but they're putting some infrastructure in here that I think will be supportive of a much larger crowds. It is Grand Carnival here at Worlds of Fun. This is our third park that's experiencing Grand Carnival now. We did it at King's Dominion and Kings Island. Guys, what did you think of Grand Carnival the last few times we've been to other places?
I feel like it's better at, I think the best Grand Carnival was definitely at King's Dominion because it was around the Eiffel Tower and stuff.
Yeah, it was at the Eiffel Tower at Kings Island as well. So we're going to head over into the Oriental area over here. Probably one of the first rides is going to be either Spinning Dragons or Bamboozler. Spinning Dragons, pretty low capacity ride, but it always has a line. It's actually a pretty fun little spinning coaster. Oh, I can see the line from over here. Looks like we will probably not be starting off with Spinning Dragons. Over here, you've got Viking Voyage, log flume ride. I think it's one of the original rides that opened with the park. I grew up riding that ride all the time. Same with Bamboozler. This is it's a fun park. Like I said, it's not super popular, but it's got a lot of great rides. Probably could use a few new ones, but still love this park.
As always, there's no one on Bamboozler.
Here we have Spinning Dragons. The line for that right now is at about the 1 hour point, so we are not going to be waiting for that. And we said we'd do Bamboozler, but Bamboozler's currently closed. They've got a maintenance worker working on it. So now we move on. Head towards the old entrance. Over here we've got their Windseeker model, which they call Steelhawk here. I think they after they moved this one from Knott's Berry Farm, they renamed it. I think it might be the only Windseeker in the chain that isn't named Windseeker. Probably just to get rid of some of the negative connotations of everything that happened with it at Knott's Berry Farm. Over here we have a B&M inverted coaster. This is Patriot, one of the arguably the best coaster in the park. It's a great ride, always a good time. The kids are really looking forward to being tall enough to ride that. Blake's tall enough, but Mia is about an inch too short. And Colin and Lucy have a really long way to go. Over here we have the Cotton Blossom BBQ. This is the new restaurant that opened for the 2019 season. It's actually really good. It's basically the same thing as Backbeat Q and Coney Island Barbecue at Kings Island and Cedar Point. Kids have decided they want to eat at Cotton Blossom. It's always really good. But I mean, you even look at it and it's the exact same building and queue as Coney Island at Kings Island. But it was a good ad for the park. Like I said, they've been putting lots of money into infrastructure. not necessarily rides, but in order to have better rides, you got to have the infrastructure. Blake always gets this pulled pork here. It's really good. We have got our food here at Coney Island Barbecue. I got the chicken tenders with macaroni and cheese. It's really good. The kids all got pulled pork and either fries or mac and cheese. Kids, do you like this place? Tell us all about it.
It's probably my favorite food at a theme park I've ever had. It's really good.
It's really good. It's very good. The cold pork is amazing, and the french fries are too.
So we're going over towards Patriot. Only Blake right now can ride it, but we're gonna go see how tall some of the other kids are. Mia's getting close. Lucy's got a long way to go, but she just wants to see how she is. So this, people that followed Worlds of Fun on social media, this is the sign that they adjusted to be Patrick earlier this year. Theme parks are a funny place. All the rides and the kids obsess about these stinking rocking chairs. So Mia is tall enough to ride this now, so this has become a thing that she has to ride. What's funny is on our 21-day trip across multiple Cedar Fair parks, she didn't get to ride a single Windseeker because they were always closed. But this one seems to be open more than it's closed. Another infrastructure improvement from last year was putting in this fountain and some of the seating area. The best store for shirts is the Front Street Emporium. They have a great variety of actually some really good shirts here at the park. Over here you have the new Charlie Hustle KC shirts. This is a brand that's really popular in Kansas City. Pretty normal merchandise over here. Lots of classic t-shirts over here. My all-time favorite nostalgia ride right here is the Mbz Zinger. And, ooh, there's two of them. Good shirts. Oh, and there's some Orient Express and then Finish Fling down there. Got some good shirts. Next up on our little day trip here to Worlds of Fun is Timberwolf. This ride opened when I was a kid, and I just thought it was like the best ride ever. Of course, now I know better, but it's still, I think it's a really fun wood coaster. They've done some work to it the last couple years, and it's really been improved. It's become a really enjoyable roller coaster. So Blake and Mia, can you tell me what you think about Timberwolf?
Yeah, it's a pretty good wooden coaster. Yeah, it's kind of rough at some parts of the ride, but nothing like concerning or anything.
It's really fun, and there's just a little parts that are rough.
So one of the last remnants from Orient Express is this chicken exit sign. One of the things they don't have there, though, is they don't make the chicken sound when you walk through. But that was my, Orient Express was my childhood here at Worlds of Fun. Even though I say the Timberwolf is rough, it still really is. I mean, it's not like they're going to tear it down here at Worlds of Fun. It's kind of one of their classic rides. There goes Mamba. All right. We are entering Planet Snoopy. Carolyn and Colin and Lucy decided to skip Timberwolf so they could come over here.
Good decision.
Here is the one and only kiddie coaster here at Worlds of Fun. It is Cosmic Coaster. Not too much to write home about. It's fun if you're a kid. Another part here of the Planet Snoopy. Space Buggies and Linus Launcher. Snoopy's Junction doesn't exactly fit in with the whole Planet Snoopy, but I think they'll be given some forgiveness. Heading down here to be by Detonator. We're actually not going on Detonator because the line for Detonator gets really long and they are really slow. And I'm gonna do this Mustang runner with Colin. It's a pretty good flat ride actually. Kids really enjoy it. Colin really loves it. I had to convince myself to do this thing because it just spells nausea if you look at it. Over here we have Le Taxi Tour, antique cars ride. Don't get in the car with Lucy or you'll keep riding back and forth on the rail and probably get sicker than you would on most roller coasters. These little covered areas are a new addition for 2019. Not really certain what purpose they serve, but they do put misters around them, so it's kind of nice.
It's a beautiful day though to be out there.
Next up for us is Fury of the Nile. This is a great river rapids ride. It's been open for a long time, as long as I've been coming to the park. We ultimately decided against riding Fury of the Nile because it has an insane line. Probably not worth it. It's still a really good river rapids ride, but it's probably an hour and a half to 2 hour wait today on this hot day, and there's very little shade in the line itself. We are approaching Mamba. This is our Morgan hypercoaster here at Worlds of Fun. One of my favorite Morgans. I love these Morgan hypers. I wish there were more of them. But we've really enjoyed every one that we've been on. And there it is about to go. This year I've not experienced a out of station wait for Mamba. And we've been here maybe 25 times. And this is actually a pretty busy day. So Mamba is almost always a station wait. Here's the Africa part of Worlds of Fun. Right now, the only two major attractions are Boomerang and Prowler, and then there's also Zulu, which is an enterprise that has been here forever. I'm actually surprised that it's still running, but it's still fantastic. Here is our Vekoma Boomerang, entitled Boomerang. It's actually one of the better boomerangs that we've been on. It's right next here to Dinosaurs Alive. There's a lot of speculation that Dinosaurs Alive is going to get ripped out along with Boomerang, and something new is going to come in its place. So this is the very last year for Dinosaurs Alive here at Worlds of Fun. We're excited to see if anything at all will replace it. Announcement should be coming up soon. I'm not super hopeful for 2020, but never know. This is the other part of the Africa section of the park. There's Zulu up ahead. We are on our way to Prowler. Hopefully it's open. It's been a good chunk of last season down, but it's been open every time that we've been here this season. On our way to Prowler, this GCI coaster was built in 2009, making it 10 years since a new coaster was built at Worlds of Fun. So this park is definitely due for something new. Don't know if it'll ever happen, but it'd be really nice. But the nice thing about a park that doesn't have a whole lot of new attractions, there is no line at all. We'll walk right into the station on Prowler. Okay guys, we've been to Worlds of Fun more than any other park. What were your top 3 rides? I'm gonna start with Mia.
Top 2?
3.
Or top 3. My favorite is Mamba, then Prowler, then I don't know, maybe Timberwolf.
My favorite's Prowler, and then my second favorite is Mamba, and then my third favorite is Patriot.
Good choices. I think I would probably go with you on that one, Blake. We've made our way back around, heading towards the entrance to the park, and we are in the Scandinavian section. Here's the ride that was new for 2018, and that is Nordic Chaser. Actually goes really fast. I was really surprised when I rode this one. It's a good time. It's one that Colin can ride, so we're gonna go ride that, and I'm gonna try to not get nauseous riding it. They have lots of stages and booths set up for Grand Carnival. Apparently nothing's going on here yet, but it looks like it's going to be a good time. It was fun when we were at King's Dominion and Kings Island. Over here we have the entrance to Viking Voyage, which we saw when we first came in. This is the log flume ride. Right now that wait is a pretty long wait. That's gonna take a while to clear. I think that'll probably do it for our day here at Worlds of Fun. It's kind of a short day, but since it's our home park, we come here all the time. We came and we got the rides that we wanted to, and now we're leaving. It's the best part about having a home park.